Welcome back. Time now for the Word on Wall Street. Top investors watching you. Money. Joining me now is Payne Capital Management President Ryan Payne. Also with us is Adam Johnson this morning. Great to see you. Thank you for joining the conversation.
Great to be here, Maria.
Hey, we got a rally underway. Dow Industrials up 83. NASDAQ higher ahead of the Nvidia earnings. Of course, the market is higher today. Stocks were lower yesterday. A little pause in the melt-up that we've been seeing. I mean, take a look. Dow Industrials were down 322 yesterday. NASDAQ down 220 because of spiking interest rates. And I got to get your take on this move in rates.
Yep.
No doubt about it. You have to believe that was even a victory. Fractional losses in the face of huge double-digit moves since the end of March. Dow Industrials up 10% since then. NASDAQ up 26% since then. Look at these numbers, 24% on NASDAQ since March 31. But now we have the new issue of spiking yields. Before we get to Nvidia, what do you want to say about yields?
Well, I think first off, these are what I would call normal yields, right? We had abnormal yields after the pandemic where they were very, very low. If you look at it for the last 2 years, we've been between 4 and 5% on the 10-year Treasury, and I know the 30-year now has hit a 19-year high at 5.17%. But if you go pre-financial crisis, 4 to 5% was the normal. And I mentioned this on your show on Monday, 3% inflation is the average since World War II. So I think what the market's telling you right now is we can live with higher interest rates, and that's one of the reasons why we have seen a marginal sell-off in the market, but we haven't seen a really big sell-off because I think we've normalized to this because we have more economic growth, which means you're going to have more inflation.
Well, I mean, look, you're saying it's normalized, but the market is seeing this as, okay, well, this could be an issue, cutting into growth with higher rates. But look, earnings have been the story. And I want to get your take on the Nvidia quarter tonight. What do you want to think? What are you expecting from Nvidia reporting first quarter numbers?
I mean, I think it's going to probably blow it out. Now, Ray Wang was on the show earlier this morning. I think we're going to see maybe the whisper number, $80 billion in revenue. And I think if you look at what everyone really cares about, what's the guidance look like, I think it's going to come in better than expected. And I know, Adam, I read your Bullseye brief every week. And if you look at, like, Cerebras went to market on Monday. It trades at 123 times sales, right? That's like a huge number. Nvidia only trades at 25 times sales, so on a relative basis, it trades relatively cheap versus, you know, other semiconductor stocks right now. So I think right now the wind's at the back. I know Adam likes to hear that,
well,
and I think the stock will go higher.
The last time we spoke with Jensen Huang was in Davos in January, and he could not have been more bullish. Here's what he said. Watch. Tell us about business and what you are seeing right now from customers.
We are seeing just incredible demand, and what's going on around the world is that AI, as you know, is a 5-layer cake. It starts at energy, then chips, the layer that we're at, infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, land, power, shell, building data centers, and then, of course, the AI models. This last year, AI startups, we call them AI natives, these startups raised $100 billion to build on top of the AI models. Their applications for healthcare, applications for drug discovery, for transportation, financial services, you know, helping with making healthcare more efficient, all kinds of different applications. And so the demand is just incredible.
So demand is just incredible. We will speak with Jensen tomorrow morning here, who will give us an update on what he's seeing, the founder and CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, my special guest here tomorrow morning, so don't miss that interview. But Adam, you've owned Nvidia for a long time. You bought more along the way. Do you agree with what Ryan is saying? He thinks it's going to go higher from here.
Oh, I absolutely do. And just look at the valuation. I mean, Nvidia trades right now at about 25 times earnings. The S&P 500 trades at 22 times earnings. But with Nvidia, you get 80% growth. With the S&P, you only get 26% growth. So I would much rather own Nvidia than just the market as a whole. And that's why it keeps going up, because the growth accelerates quarter after quarter after quarter.
You mentioned Ray Wang, and he brought in a new number for us to consider in terms of market value when he joined us earlier. Here's Ray Wang. Watch what he said.
They've had 6 beats in quarters. They're 21 out of 23 quarters they've had beats. I think that's going to continue. But the main thing is what's going to happen after the next set of chips. What happens after inference? That's going to be part of the big deal.
Is it too late to get into Nvidia right now? Would you buy the stock before the earnings?
I think we can get this thing to about $300, $325. So I think you got to about $6.5 trillion market cap.
Oh my goodness! Come on, we're already $5 trillion. You're looking for $6.5 trillion now.
I think that's the peak. That's the cap.
These numbers are mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets there, you think Adam's dressed well today. We get 6.5 trillion, you're gonna have like a gold tie. That's a wild number. I think, look, we're in a melt-up stage of the market here. I think it could get there absolutely because there's still, we talk about this all the time, there's still so much money can get into this market. If we continue to beat, the hyperscalers continue to spend, I think that's the short-term trend, then I think it's absolutely realistic.
And that's what we're going to try to get from Jensen tomorrow morning on what he sees and expects in terms of all the spending on AI. Real quick on retail, you had Lowe's, Target reporting earnings in the last hour, pair of double beats. Target also seeing the strongest numbers in years. What is that saying about the consumer right now, Adam?
Well, it certainly speaks well of the consumer, as it should. We're creating about 120,000 jobs every month. That's over the past 4 months. That's very strong. It's one reason why earnings are strong. It's one reason why GDP is strong. You need to be long right now.
Yeah, but I just wonder if now that we've got Kevin Warsh getting confirmed and in place to become the chairman, getting sworn in this Friday, if he's going to face the question of, well, do you raise rates now that inflation is in place? Do you cut rates like everybody was expecting?
Bond guys are cruel. I think he's going to have to raise here. The two-year Treasury is at 4%. That's a leading indicator, and the Fed funds rate's only at 3.5 to 3.75%.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Jeffrey Gundlach said the next move from the Fed is going to be a hike. He told me earlier this week.
Unless we figure out Iran, and then all of a sudden oil goes down and it solves everything.
Figure that out for us, Adam.
I'm on it.
All right, guys. Great to see you. Ryan, thank you.
Thanks, Maria.
You're with us all morning. We appreciate that. We are now taking a break and coming back in a moment. Stay with us.